until he saw the woman he had just dismissed, his former wife, effortlessly lifting a bow weighing 100 pounds and rapidly shooting 10 arrows, all hitting the bullseye. It was then that he realized with shock that this woman was someone he could never reach. It turned out that she was the daughter of a prestigious military family, the Mu family, renowned for their military achievements. After her entire family perished on the battlefield, her mother had hoped that she could marry a suitable man and live a peaceful life. But on their wedding day, her husband had to leave for war. 5 years of eager waiting turned into nothing. When her husband returned, victorious, he not only brought back a female general, but also planned to marry her as a concubine. The woman, who had worked tirelessly to manage their home, had expected her mother-in-law to support her. But instead, when the mother-in-law learned that the female general was pregnant, she gleefully joined forces to force the woman to hand over her dowry, so that her husband could formally marry the concubine. The Mu family's prestigious daughter, who had always been in the spotlight, had never endured such humiliation. She didn't even bother to argue with this ungrateful family and decided to kneel before the emperor, requesting a divorce. The emperor, recognizing the Mu family's loyal service, agreed to her request. Unexpectedly, when the husband learned that his wife had gone to the emperor, he was furious. He immediately scolded her for her despicable tactics and wrote her a divorce letter, telling her to leave. He also pulled the female general's hand, declaring he would stay with her forever. The shameless mother-in-law even demanded the woman's dowry, ordering her to leave with nothing, and insisted the maid must stay with them. However, the woman firmly resisted. The shameless man then brought out a whip to punish her. Before she could react, he lashed the whip across her maid's face. The woman immediately intervened to protect her maid. When the man realized he couldn't overpower her, the scheming woman resorted to even more underhanded methods. She knew the woman valued her father and brother's memorial tablets above all else, and used that to blackmail her into handing over her dowry. The shameless man even threatened to smash her father's memorial tablets. Fortunately, the woman quickly seized the tablets before they could be destroyed, which completely enraged her. Using her inner strength, she summoned a sword from afar and threw it at the man. It was at that moment that they realized the woman had martial arts skills. The overconfident man tried to teach her a lesson, but he was instantly knocked to the ground by a single strike from her. The scheming woman also tried to attack, only to be knocked out of the room by a single palm strike from the woman. Helpless, the man threw the divorce letter at her, demanding she leave immediately. The woman, however, shredded it with her sword on the spot. Just then, a royal decree arrived from the prince who had brought the emperor's orders. Her sister-in-law, feeling smug, thought the prince would be made a general, but to her surprise, the decree wasn't what she expected. Not only did the emperor approve the woman's divorce, but he also rewarded her with 10,000 gold coins, allowing her to establish her own household. The woman then emptied the prince's mansion and even tore down the Meng family's plaque to use as firewood. The vicious mother-in-law fainted on the spot. They finally realized that without the woman's dowry, the prince's mansion was left with nothing. Just as they were about to lose all hope, the scheming woman came up with a new plan. The emperor had announced an open competition to select the great general of the northern border, and they were confident of victory, hoping to redeem their shame. But on the day of the competition, they were stunned to find that the woman was also participating.